Ron Deshaun, baby. My name is Law Nation, L-A-W Nation. This is your brother from another mother. Let's go. All right. As promised, I told you guys I would jump over here on the Facebook, show you guys some ultimate love here, man. I really appreciate everybody that showed me your love and adulations to help me grow this situation as it relates to this channel. I cannot believe it. I'm well over 10,000 followers, man. I cannot make this stuff up, man. It's through the power of the people, right? And I got to say this too, Cowboy Nation. You guys have been keeping me on point over here on the Facebook groove. And this is a Facebook only chat, so I really appreciate you, Jesus, Justin, and shout out to you, Daryl Ford. Really appreciate everybody. Facebook only. I'm not live on the what you call that, the YouTube, and I'm also live on Periscope, of course, but Facebook and Periscope. All right, we're going to talk about Clinton Dix. All of the news, all of the ramblings, all of the other stuff that we heard was this right here. Clinton Dix. Cowboys no longer have him on our roster, so therefore he would not be he would not be repping the 2-7 on his jersey, right? He would not have the star on the side of his helmet. Now, all we heard through the offseason and parts of the training camp is that this guy, Darian Thompson, let me repeat, Darian Thompson is the end-all, be-all. Ain't this right, Troy? Ain't this right, Donald? Ain't this right, Robert? Ain't this right, Ryan? It was Darian Thompson. And then we heard some news of Xavier Woods, ex-Woods, but he's injured, and he got a nagging groin injury, and that is always cause to pause. Why, Law? Why is that cause to pause? Because groin injuries are like this. One day they can be good, and then the next week he can be like, I pulled it again. So those are reservations on that. This is Lady Jane Slater. She says, as Todd Archer reported first, Cowboys safety Clinton Dix has been cut, pure team sources. I'm told, this is what she's saying, not what I'm saying. I'm told this does not mean Earl Thomas is coming to Dallas. And let me click on this because that's been a minute ago. And, and my dog Skywalker right here, shout out to him, follow DC Universe, that's my dog Skywalker, and Ryan, and a lot of people saying like, hey, come on, man, come on, you guys know that this probably means that Earl is on his way to the Dallas Cowboys, huh? He's on his way. Earl is on his way. That's what a lot of people thinking, right? Now, here's the situation, Cowboy Nation. This Saturday, after 3 o'clock, my time, Central Standard Time. No, I think it's Eastern Time. After 3 o'clock Eastern Time. So that's 2 o'clock my time. All of the teams will let their guys go. It'll be only 53 guys that they can hold on to. What do you mean about that, guy? What do you mean about that, Law? Let me speak to myself in third person. Well, here's the situation. There may be other teams out there that fall in love with their younger guys. They may fall in love with their first-year starter, second-year starter, maybe third-year starter, and they say, this guy's too long in the tooth. Let's go grab somebody else. That could be the case. That could be the scenario. And there will be multiple veteran guys out there available. Well, what that does is, Cowboy Nation, is then we don't have to solely look at Earl Thomas. There could be another safety out there. There could be another guy that we can fall in love with. Nevertheless, right now, Earl is free 99 to go bring him in, talk to him, create a contract, and say to yourself, all right, this is the situation right here. If you do this and do that, then we have every right and every ground to release you. Law, what are you talking about? Well, they had a clause in McCoy's contract. What was the clause? Well, if you rupture anything to do with your leg, is sayonara. They got a clause in Ezekiel, the main man Eliot, the path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil man, right? Blessed is he that is in the name of charity and goodwill, separates the weak. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, Cowboy Nation, that we can create clauses to put in contracts, right? Come on, Earl. This is from my guy, Roderick Atwoods. Yeah, shout out to you, man. There's no other top safety. This is from Brandon. Yeah. Brandon, he says, who is Eric Reed? He's another safety that's out there who is very productive in a sense, but he comes along with some other stuff. You know how it goes, Cowboy Nation. Here's the situation. I like Eric Reed. I like Earl Thomas, but do the Cowboys like him? That's the questioning there. Do the Cowboys like him? Don't have me to go and pull out this other thing that I did a few moments ago when I was live on YouTube. Let me see if I didn't think to pull this one up over here. I don't know if I can do it on the fly. Let me see if I can do it on the fly with you guys. Ain't gonna let me do it on the fly. There's a will, there's a way. Watch. Give me a few seconds, Cowboy Nation. Matter of fact, by me doing that, you guys stay tuned to some commercial breaks. How about this, huh? Let me do it this way. Come on. Bear with me while I do this. Ain't no party like a cowboy party, 'cause a cowboy party don't stop. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. It's all good. You're listening, to the nation. Bam, here we go. I did it on the fly. 'Cause I'm just that fly, baby. Yeah. Zoom it in so you guys can see what I'm seeing. All right. Here it is right here. You guys recall back in 2018, if you know what I mean, there was a certain guy that was on the market. And the Cowboys front office was like, we don't need this guy. All we see him as a nickel guy. I'm not going to say his name. You guys can probably see it. But Ben Rogers, who used to work for 105.3 The Fan, he could be still collecting check from them. I don't know. But Ben Rogers, he said, Cowboys are looking for a free safety and simply didn't see the honey badger, as they didn't see that all they saw in him was a nickel guy. Whether the Jones crew were in Bahamas or in the Frisco, remember they went on a vacation. That viewpoint was the reason why they wasn't interested in the honey badger. You see what I'm saying? Basically. And the honey badger, Tyrann Mathieu, I'm paraphrasing, he says, no one in Dallas secondary is better than me. On my off day, laughing my A off. I'm going to keep it PG-13 if you know what I mean. We got kids still watching. After 2 knee injuries, laughing my A off. He said that back in 2018. Let me tune it up. Let me turn it up a little bit. Hey, come on. What happened? What happened after that, Cowboy Nation? Let me know what happened after the Cowboys passed up on the honey badger. Let me know what happened. Let me know what happened after the Cowboys passed up on the honey badger. Well, this is what happened. He went over there to the Texans. Quick story, real story, true story, by the way, right? He went over to the Texans and played for 1 year on a $7 million contract. Let that sink in. The guy had 3 interceptions, I believe, 2 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery, and I believe a touchdown or something like that. He went to the Pro Bowl, did a crazy number on him. Oh, guess what the Cowboys organization said? And I love the Cowboys. You guys know I love them, We trust our guys. We trust Jeff Heath. We trust X Woods. Let me know what happened in that playoff game in 2018, if you know what I mean. So that's what I'm trying to relate to everybody, Cowboy Nation. is that we can have love and adulations towards a player. We can have all of our thoughts, all of our heart, soul, and sinew. We can say to everybody, hey, this guy right here can make something happen, can make things change. We can yell to the high heavens about Earl Thomas, and we can hear to the naysayers who really don't watch all of the film and just watch what other people say and say, well, he's washed. He's no good. That's what they said about the honey badger, believe it or not. He got 2 bad knees, man. That brother, he can't do this. He can't do that. Boy, oh boy, I'm telling you, man. So what I'm trying to say is that close your eyes and imagine if the Cowboys were to pull the trigger on the honey badger. We went and got a coup that year, midway through the season. We were 3-5, you know what I'm saying? We went and got coup. Y'all saw everything passed around and turned around. If only our defense, boy, oh boy. But then after, he proved himself out there for the Texans, he said, you know what, I can pick whatever team I want. The Ravens look good. The Kansas City Chiefs look good. Let me go to Kansas City Chiefs. Let me go get me a Super Bowl. And that's what happened. Kansas City Chiefs said, okay, I will pay you that dollar. Newsflash, I don't think the Kansas City Chiefs would have won the Super Bowl without the honey badger. Oh, Lord, you speaking out of both sides of your neck. Come on, Lord. Honey badger wasn't that much of an impact. Go ask that locker room. Go ask Warren Thornhill. Go ask everybody in that secondary how much of an influence he was to improve that team. But guess what? Newsflash again. The Kansas City Chiefs, the honey badger wasn't even their first choice. Their first choice was Earl Thomas. They wanted him, you see. And Earl went on ahead and said, you know what, I'm going to go get this bag over here at Ravensland. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with chasing the money. Especially this game, you can be one play away from being a Ryan Shazier, and this is not me trying to make fun or light of that type of situation. I'm just telling you guys the real. Sometimes when that knife cut, it cut both ways. These guys are playing Russian roulette with their lives. I digress. Let me read some of your comments over here. Shout out to you, Jessica. Really appreciate you for tuning in. Shout out to you, Gilberto. Is washed up. Hasn't been the same since 2014. He's been like on 4 teams since then. In the last 3 years. Here's my situation with hilarious Clinton Dix. My thing is, Cowboy Nation, is this right here. Is the type of brother that he could be a game type of guy. He could be a gamer. And we've seen people like that. Horrible in practice, horrible in certain situations. But when you turn the game on, you're like, wow. But here's the situation for the nation. Yeah, we could have had Warren Thornhill. But they said, before I get it to that point right there, Gilberto, is this right here. They are saying that Tristan Hill is in place of Tyrone Crawford as it relates to the pecking order, who's going to play in that inside role, the 3-tech. So we don't know. We can't count our eggs before they hatch or what have you. So that's the case, and that is the scenario. So all I can tell you guys is from here is we just got to wait and see what this game will look like after week 1. Do you guys want to take calls? Do you guys want to call in? Facebook group, y'all want to call in, let me know, and I can open up the phone lines for your mind, and we can get this thing going one way or another. Let me post the phone number in the link right here so everybody can see. That's my number, 682-214-4087. You can also text that number, your information, your ideas, or whatever you have planned, or even marketing, whatever you want to do. Hit me up at 682-214-4087. Let's get this thing going. Brandon, what's good, man? Put this away. If was any good, he would have been re-signed by Washington. He was walked in free agent by the Washington. Come on now. Why didn't we think that he could be a star here? Well, That is a good point, Brandon. I really can't even combat against that. Hey, I'll admit when I'm wrong, right? That's a great point, man. 512. What it
Yeah,
do?
this is I'm calling for Law Nation.
Yes, man. Talk to me. You're
Hey, this is
live.
Gilberto, man.
Oh, it's Gilberto. My bad. Hey, I murdered and butchered your name, but I'm glad you corrected me, man. So what's good? You got some good points in the
Uh,
chat.
no, man, I was just saying that I think that with the thing I was talking about Tristan Hill and Thornhill, I think that
Hmm.
we did have that chance for Thornhill and we needed a playmaking safety, but I know Hill had a disappointing year a year ago, but I think that now I've been reading a lot of stuff about Hill being he's coming about this training camp, and I think under this new regime, they're getting a lot out of him. And I think the injury to Gerald McCoy,
Hmm.
I think Tristan Hill saw an opportunity, and he's kind of capitalizing on it. He's hearing all the negative feedback that he got from a year ago, and now I think with this new regime, I just know that Rod Marinelli, the previous regime, couldn't really get something out of him. And that's all I was saying about Thornhill. Like I know we needed a safety, a playmaking safety, but
Right.
they saw another need there with the D line. And then about Clinton Dix, I think like I said, he had a good year,
Hmm.
back in 2014 with Green Bay, but I think the last 3 years, he's been with Green Bay, Washington, Chicago, and now with Dallas, and then he's gonna have to find another opportunity somewhere else. But I was just saying with the safety position, like you said, Darian Thompson has been playing well. I'm,
Hmm.
I'm 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 thinking this might be an opportunity for maybe Donovan Wilson.
Yeah.
I know you spoke a lot about him in the last few weeks, but and then of course the Earl Thomas thing. I know with him being a veteran, they might be able to make a move on him after week one when the
Right.
contract's not fully guaranteed in case something bad happens. And that's all I
Hmm.
was going to say.
No, you got great points, man. And just to echo about the Tristan Hill situation, I think that the last year's staff let us down. Meaning that the guy didn't get a lot of experience. He was like a healthy scratch for most of the games and didn't even get a chance to start. And we can read a book all day on how to swim, right? You can read the driving manual all day on how to drive. But until you get behind that wheel or until you get into that water, you would never know. And that is the same reservations that I would have against this particular defense. We don't know what this defense is going to look like until after week one.
Right,
Hmm. But
right.
I
You
really
make
appreciate
some
you.
good
Thank you
points.
so much for calling in, fam.
No problem. No problem. You have a good one. Go Cowboys.
Yes, indeed. Go Cowboys. Give you a war call out of that one. Man. Appreciate it.
This is Sparta!
Yeah, I love. Look, he came in with some fair and reasonable points, man. So we still have the same issue, like I said earlier, about 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. Same issue that we had in 2018. We don't know for sure what this safety unit is going to look like. Now, there is makeup. The ladies love to wear the makeup, and there's nothing wrong with wearing makeup until it start raining and then all of that stuff start wiping off the mascara and you start looking like a clown because now your face wet or if they throw you in a pool. So we just want this thing to look good. But September the 13th, if we got some makeup on this defense, right? We just hope it don't rain. Front four can always make DBs look good. Oh, that's just all I'm saying. But shout out to the ladies that wear the makeup. 610, you in.
Hi, is this Law Nation?
This is the one and only. Talk to me.
So, this is unrelated to the Earl Thomas, but my,
Okay.
my question is with Mike McCarthy. Do you think his coaching style will be a lot like his, first couple seasons in Green Bay or his second half in Green Bay to where he took over full control, called plays, did everything his way?
That's a great point. Dak Prescott came out, I believe, yesterday or the day before that, and he said, hey, I got a continuity and rapport with Kellen Moore. And that all rhymes, too. He said he got all of that continuity with him, and he believed that this team can build upon that and they can really really push this thing down the line. The good thing about Mike McCarthy, whether it be the young Mike McCarthy or the old Mike McCarthy, he set out an entire year, so he got a chance to evaluate other teams. And he used this thing called analytics that we heard last year that this team and his organization didn't use. So I'm thinking that he probably looked at some of the explosiveness of the high-powered offense. He looked at probably Kellen Moore and said, okay, you're doing a wonderful job, but we got to tweak it a little bit. And I think that we're going to tweak it a little bit, and we're going to be better in the red zone, money zone, green zone.
Yeah. And, well, my second question is Earl Thomas related. It's with Clinton Dix, do you think he was cut from the roster because they have faith in Darren and, Xavier Woods and all that? Or do you think he was cut from the roster to make room on the 53-man roster to add in some veteran depth down the road?
That is a mad chess theory that the Cowboys are doing right now. Because why cut him on the Thursday? Why not wait till Friday or wait till Saturday to give this guy the boot? They cut him really early. So either, that was a situation where they want to give him enough time to go to another team because they respected him, or it could be a situation is he was just that trash, and Darian Thompson showed up that much over him, which would be bizarre.
Yeah. Darren Thompson, he has some flashes here and there, but I just don't see him beating out a veteran.
Me neither. Yeah. His coverage ability is subpar, but sometimes he take bad angles and it just don't look good. Remember, he was playing so poorly at one time. They put in C.J. Goodwin to cover.
Yeah. I remember that. All right, D. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I appreciate you.
Man, great call, man. I'm gonna give you a war chant. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
This is Sparta!
6'10", boy, he brought it in, right? 6 dime. That was a great call from him. And if you guys want to call in to repeat or echo or bring out or put out your opinion, your thoughts out there to the nation, the number is simple, very simple, 682-214-4087. Let me see what my girl Jessica's saying. I'm looking forward to our Cowboys, basically. Whoop butts all season. Makeup. Well, we're going to be knocking some makeup off of the other teams, right? We're going to leave them ugly, And nothing wrong, like I said, with the ladies. Nothing wrong with wearing a little eyeshadow, a little blush here and there, But, we're going to put it on them, right? Shout out to Restream for congratulating me for 100 messages. Really appreciate you all. Who else we have? Shout out to you, Larry. I see you, Pollard. Appreciate you, man. Cowboys don't need Earl Thomas. We are looking over Wilson and Thompson. This is from Solomon. Jernigan. Hey, here's the situation. Deep down in my heart, I will take your opinion on that and say, yeah, we don't need an Earl Thomas. I can tell you that, but we want an Earl Thomas, right? We should want him to come in so that he can pour upon those experiences to the young Wilson and to the young Thompson, and so that we won't see most of those growing pains. There will be growing pains. There will be. I'm going to say this again. You might want to write this down. A new broom can sweep the floor, but that old broom can get the corners. Them old folks knew what they was talking about. And I believe that Earl Thomas is that old broom, and he will be able to shy away from those warts that we had last year. As much as the people are complaining over there in Ravensland, they were not complaining when they was winning. And trust me, how many games the Ravens lost last year, Cowboy Nation? And it's quite funny to me that everybody got something to say once a person is gone. I go back to my Tupac days, because they fear me in their physical form. Let it be known I'm troublesome, huh? Because they talk a lot of stuff, but that's out there. I'm going. I'm telling you guys in the PG-13 version. It's kind of equivalent to all of a sudden when Tyrone Crawford leave or what have you, it's kind of like the Cowboys being coy, and all of a sudden now they're going to be talking and saying, hey, he did try to fight Tom Sula. He was a cancer in the locker room because he tried to fight Tom Sula. He did not want to get off the field. He was in the face of the opposing guard, or he was in the face of Tristan Hill. They say all of that after he's gone, right? That would be crazy to justify the point or the matter of the reason why you're letting this guy go. But when you go all the way back, I do know that they say, well, hey, he was late for meetings. He got into the face of his own player because they missed an assignment. Well, newsflash, I wish somebody would have got into Jeff Heath's face and said, hey, you had inside leverage. How in the hell, LeBit, you give up the outside when you could have funneled him back inside? Jalen Smith was sitting there right there for the killing, basically. Smith, shout out to you on the Periscope. The Ravens were 14-2. I would love to have that headache. Hey, newsflash, Cowboy Nation. Who would like to go 14-2 this year and deal with Earl Thomas being a little late? Who would like to deal with that? Now, I will say, now, back to my dog point, we don't need them. We don't need them. All we need is some oxygen and water in life, right? What's good with you, Durbin? Really appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Who else we have here, man? The phone number's there. You guys don't have to all call at once. Shoot me a text message, 682-214-4087. We're only live on Periscope and Facebook. I'm not on my YouTube right now. I thought that I'd give you guys the exclusive type of groove, right? Let me see. 252, hold tight. You're in. What's good?
Breaking the law. What's going on?
Man, it's your world. I'm just trying to pay rent.
Yeah, all right. I hear you. That makes two of us, man.
Talk to me.
Yeah, I've been hearing what's going on with Clinton Dix and the whole 9 yards, but it doesn't surprise me that they cut him if you got Darian Thompson out hustling you in training camp and you a vet. But my thing is, with the Joneses, you know they love selling the dollar and the dream. Now, you can sit here and talk about Earl Thomas all you want to, but for some odd reason, I believe we're still not going to sign him.
Right. I have a feeling, too, that we may sign someone else outside of Earl. It's somebody. They've been clearing some furniture out the way to bring in something.
Exactly. Which makes a whole lot of sense. And I'm not going to go against what's going on, but we've been having safety issues. We've been having safety problems since Darren Woodson was no longer a safety for the Dallas Cowboys.
Let me pull that image back up. Yeah, keep talking. I just got the image on the screen so people can know that we've been dealing with this since Darren Woodson, but also since 2018. They just passed up on Tyrann Mathieu and said he's not a scheme fit. Could you imagine passing up on somebody?
That's crazy. But what makes them think Jamal Adams is and he's nothing but a box safety?
Right.
I just don't understand it, man.
It's crazy, man. It's flat out crazy, man. I sometimes I sit back and I wonder, like, yeah, I love the Joneses. I love Stephen Jones. I love Charlotte Jones, Jones Jr. I love them all, you know. But sometimes I be wishing, like, come on, bring them in for a cup of coffee. And this is not the first time we saw this. You know, with some other players I got in the back of my mind right now. But come on, bring them in, put some clauses in some contracts, and just bring them in for a hot cup of coffee.
Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense, though, Law.
Yeah.
But I'm just sitting back, you know, I'm observing from your news, from all other types of news what's going on, but it just doesn't amaze me that we got rid of It just doesn't amaze me at all.
No doubt, fam.
And it's something else I wanted to add. Now, let's just say Darian Thompson, God forbid, goes out there and doesn't live up to the hype. When really, if you ask me, he's more of a safety blitz. If you ask, he's more of a safety blitzer. Now let's just say he go out there and get himself banged up, and then what? What we gonna do now?
That's why I always say it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. We see all the time, Cowboy Nation, that we will see somebody draining threes in practice. I mean, in the backyard, draining threes everywhere. You be like, yeah, that dog can shoot. And then we put him up on the court when the game and the spotlight is on. He can't find a hole, you know. I mean, he's got Ray Charles vision and he's blind and dead, you know. So we seen people all of a sudden in training camp, in practice or what have you, lighting up people all left and right. We be sitting there like, yeah, he going to be a dog. But when those lights come on, he's nowhere to be found.
He'd be cold as a popsicle.
Cold as a popsicle. And on top of that, that's why people say, well, just like when you're investing, let's say if you do stocks or if you do day trading, whatever you may do on the side to make some extra money, they got commodities and they got known commodities and they got the unknown commodities. 9 times out of 10, the unknown commodities can make you tons of money if you bet right or if you put in on the right time frame, right? But it's volatile. The reason why I say it's volatile because it's unknown. The next day it can plummet, it can drop, and all of your money could be gone. So that's why proper investors invest in companies like the Apples, like the Googles of the world, like Amazon, like I guess you can say Facebook or any other indices or commodities that you know for sure got a long track history that you can say, okay, I know for sure that my money, I can get return on my investment. Even if it drop a little bit, I can go long and make that money back. That's what I'm saying with the Cowboys. They should look at it, and trust me, Jerry Wayne Jones is a billionaire, not by chance. He should look at this thing and say, hey, I'm going to go long on this situation with safety because I know for sure I can get some return.
I got a big problem with this right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but for what it's worth, I'm also going to say to myself, before the season even starts, I'm already looking at my safeties in the Senior Bowl. I'm already in my draft. I'm already pulling up my draft board right now for all my safeties.
No doubt.
I'm already in the draft board.
Got to go in that
but
draft
for
board.
what it's worth, yeah, I definitely appreciate the love, Law. I definitely be talking to you soon.
Salute, bro. Really appreciate you.
Salute.
Give you a war call.
This is Sparta!
That's what I'm talking about right there. Good call from a dog, man. Calling in. We passed on Minka Fitz. This is and let the Steelers scoop him up. It's from Brandon. Yeah, sometimes it's the known commodities out there, and you got to pay a little bit high of a premium to get it, but it's worth it, baby. It's worth it. Jay Harris says the great words of Allen Iverson. Practice, man. You're talking about practice. and just on the flip side, somebody can look trashy and terrible in practice. And then when the lights cut on, all of a sudden you seeing that person being a dog. Now, if you're new to my channel, there's also a green badge. It's a supporter's badge. If you support the channel, it's only 99 pennies a month, I believe, and you can pay it out through the year, what have you, but it's 99 pennies a month. And what you do with that, you get behind-the-scene actions. For those who are a part of the supporter nation, let me know in the comment box. And let me know, are you guys enjoying the behind the scene? We got some behind the scene actions with Darren Woodson. We got behind the scene action with Brian Broaddus. So it's important to help grow this thing. We got some more and more things coming along the way in the future. This is all powered by you guys helping me grow this channel. And I really appreciate everybody who support this channel. Now, I will say this as a disclaimer. I do not want everybody to agree with me. That is not where I want to live. I love people who have different opinion, different views. I love shedding my thoughts on things. I'm not all the way right on most conversations. You guys are. So I may be 1,000,000% wrong on Earl Thomas. Speak with your chest. If you think that Earl Thomas is cancer and he's not a good positive vibe for the Cowboys and we should head another direction or what have you, that's just how things goes, right? Look, Auntie Shirley might think she makes the best spaghetti, but it's not her. It could be Aunt Pam. But when everybody is around Auntie Shirley, they may say, yes, ooh, this spaghetti is good. and who put raisins in a potato salad, right? Mark Anthony, what's good? He says Malik Hooker was on the trading block, but I heard that he's always injured. This is from Mark. I don't know. I like Malik Hooker coming out of college, though. I think that he will be a great type of situation. Lance, what's good with you, man? Behind the scenes are fire. See, that's what I'm talking about. And he get a chance and an opportunity to watch it by going to the supporters tab and supporting this thing, you know. And I try to be fair. I didn't want to bust anybody across the head talking about $99 a month or $10 a month or $5 a month. 99 pennies. Because that's the lowest I can go. If they had 1 cent, I'd probably make it 1 cent, but that's as much the low as I can go at it. What's up, man? Dog Jamal Anderson, Mr. Anderson. He says, goodbye, ha, hilarious Clinton Dix. I just wanted to see him play at least one game, right? I wanted him to I wanted him to really try to use some of his experience. Because I'm not going to bash the kid on his way out. We shouldn't do that, Cowboy Nation. But I will say that when Ha was on the team, there's no other DB that got more interceptions than Clinton Dix. Let me know if I'm lying. There's nobody on this team that had more interceptions than Clinton Dix. I know he played the most years or what have you, but he had the most interceptions on this team. Collectively speaking. Chris Restry, man, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. And we ain't talking about the DB that played for the Cowboys, but this Chris Restry. How tall are you, fam? Because the other one's like 6'9", almost 6'5", 6'6". Got my badge. That's what I'm talking about. I need to get with Restream. They gonna have to start putting the badges around here so I can see over here. So I got to look over here to see. I see you, man. I see y'all with those beautiful badges when I look over there. So shout out to my Periscope people. Smith, what's good? Shout out to you. He says, yeah, he's cancer when he's cut, but during the season they was all on his jock and talking about he's a beast. And Smith, oh my goodness, Smith, you said a mouthful. And if you think about it, you hear only the players, well, not the players, some of the players, you hear some of the fan base that's with the Ravens. Oh, he was horrible. He was late for meetings. He was this, he was that. Where were you? Where was that energy week 3? Where was that energy week 5? You know, they love Earl Thomas. But when he got embarrassed in the playoff, you would think that Earl Thomas was the only reason why they lost against the Tennessee Titans, right? Because of the stiff arm. Remember that? Let me know if I'm lying. Newsflash, though. I recall our guy, Ezekiel, the path of the righteous man, you know, that's beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil man. I recall that he gave Earl Thomas a stiff arm before. Let me know if I'm wrong, right? Chris Westry, you said you 6'1". Okay, you point guard size, man. I know you play some basketball, fam. Law, you think the Cowboys would bring in Eric Reed? This is from Jonathan. I don't think they touch him, though. I don't think they touch him. You know, and it's not because of his stance, but it's collectively because of his stance. He's very outspoken. He's very Twitter happy. You know, he's very, 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 very let me say this, not volatile. Yeah, you can say that with his tweets or what have you. And I'm thinking the way the old classic Jerry Wayne and Stephen Jones and those boys, I just don't think that would gel well with this particular team. I just don't think, because if you saw how first take, second take, third take, all of those takes over there on ESPN land and Fox News, how all of those guys was just like, Eric Reed said this, Eric Reed said that. And here's the situation. Whether he's right or wrong, they love to twist the narrative, right? And I don't want that to be the focal point. Although I believe that there's certain situation that goes on in this country that need to be addressed, but sometimes, I think that the media, the way the media focus in on the Dallas Cowboys, it's not a healthy look. Just like I like Cam. Oh, Cam. I love Cam Newton. I would love to have Cam Newton over here in Cowboys land. But I said the day he walk up in there in that press conference dressed up like a tall Medea, man, Texas will not let it go. Texas is a different type of world opposed to up there in Boston land. And I love my Texas. I love this down, deep down in the South, but it's just different. Let me know if I'm lying, Cowboy Nation. And I will say I apologize. But can you imagine, close your eyes and imagine Cam Newton walking up into the press conference dressed up like a Medea. Boy, oh boy. Or wearing one of those big old hats with the scarf underneath. Man, they would eat them up and chew them out and spit them out, baby. Yes, indeed. Smith, I really appreciate you. What's fair asking price for Earl? Remember all of that baggage. Here's the fair asking price for Earl. Just above veteran minimum. If he still get his coins from the Ravens, I think that the Ravens still owe him money. We'll bring him into the fold and say, hey, we got this 1 year or 2 year deal, or we got this just above veteran minimum with incentives and with clauses in there. That's how I would address the situation. That's how I would do it. I would put some clauses in there, and I would address it in those fashions like, hey, here's what you do. Here's what you need to do here, and here's what you can do there, you know. If you get 3 interceptions, you get an extra bonus of $5 million. If you get 2 forced fumbles, we'll throw in a $2 million. You know, I'll have an heavy incentive-based contract. Xavier F. Williams says, you 100, especially in Dallas. I just believe Dallas is just different. It's different. Oh my goodness, tall media. This is he read that booty hole comment and couldn't hold it in. Brandon, really appreciate you, man. Let me see who else, man. I love you guys, man. I can't say this enough. We're ignoring Rashad Jones from Miami. He wore number 20. I like Rashad Jones. I think I did a video on him. He's long in the tooth. That tooth is super long, and his production is not in the levels or the realms of an Eric Reed or an Earl Thomas from last year. But Rashad is a guy that I would think will be better coming in as a rotation piece on what they're trying to do. But I'll have to do some more homework to see whether or not he can play in this style of defense. But I would like Rashad Jones. I think, but he's long in the tooth. He got that one tooth too. The Ravens own the Ravens owe Earl Thomas $10 million. So here's my rationale on this, Cowboy Nation. If, and that's the capital IF, that's the operative word, if he get his bag from the Ravens and we can say, hey, Earl, come here, man, come talk to me right quick, Earl. Earl, you said that you love the Cowboys, right? You said you love us. You got $10 million right now. Now, the average safety of your caliber is making 13. Well, we give you a $1.5 million contract. Hey, Earl, listen. I got you. Don't worry about it. We'll make sure, we'll make sure the wife is okay. We got plenty of homes over here. Oh, your brother gonna be able to come down here too. Hey, Earl, listen. Linda, listen, Earl. $1.5 million, right? If you get 3 interceptions, that's an additional $5 million. You got $10 million already. And if you can make the Pro Bowl this year, we'll throw in another 3. And if we somehow win the Super Bowl, I got an additional 8 for you. Incentive. And if you don't get in trouble, if you don't get in a fight with none of the teammates, at the end of the year, I got a brand new car. Matter of fact, I got some disappearing of GPS systems for you. Your wife won't be able to track you on this one. Come on, Earl. I got you. I'm your boy. I'm your dog. Come on over. We got some private jets, helicopters, and all of that stuff. I even got a yacht you can go on. Come on, Earl. 1.5. Now, if you bark and you bite any of your teammates, we gonna have to part ways. Brandon said, "Do you like Prince Amukamara?" No, I don't like Prince Amukamara. He's not, boy, we used to burn him up. Let me see if I can get this phone. Oh, where's my phone at? Where's my phone? I lost my phone. Give me a check. Give me a second. I gotta find my phone. 903. It's me. What's good?
Hey, Lau.
What's good? Talk to me.
What's good? I'm just looking forward for a great season, man. I'm so excited. If they can get Earl, why not? Ha though. They cut him. Oh man, I thought he was
I'm gonna do my
it.
Uncle Michael Irvin laugh.
Man, but I mean, for what we've seen, I like what we've been seeing so far, and I'm glad we can't see much. I like the secrecy. You know, I've been saying this for years. You know that we don't need to put all our cards out there so people can see. And I'm glad that we got a good coaching staff that did that protocol. I'm not mad about the scrimmage, the blue and white thing there. I kind of figured that. And I'm glad that they did that because we get ready to play the Rams. They don't need to know our secrecy. And I hope we keep this that way all throughout the season because that's the way it needs to be. Yeah. Because, you know, having good coaches, system, and these boys with all this talent, man, we finna be on fire.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
No doubt.
But... I'll let y'all know it's other people I want to call in.
No, I love it when you call in. I really appreciate your hype. I really appreciate you for supporting the nation on all platforms. Look, I can be on MySpace, and I say, yo, that's my girl. I could be on Twitter, you know. I say, there go my girl. I can be on Black Planet. Here you go. I'm sitting like, there you go. Cowboy Nation, we everywhere. TikTok, YouTube, you there. I love it.
I love supporting our boys, and I love how y'all get that information and y'all give us the real deal. I mean, you ain't got nobody up there just going off of, well, I think this. I mean, even if you do, but it's something you done seen and you can see when you've been in that knowledge of that football. I mean, like I said, I might not talk it the way y'all do, but I know about football. I used to play with the boys now.
I hear you. I feel you. So that's why you picked up on the makeup conversation for the nation when I said, hey, you know, and there's nothing wrong with wearing a little blush and eyeshadow, right? There's nothing wrong
I don't do makeup. I ain't never like makeup.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm natural. I like the natural look.
You know.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, because when you talking about that rain, you look like a clown.
Yeah, what happened?
You get the crying, you get the sweat. I used to tell my grandma, oh no, even my ears, what they say, they virgins, they ain't never been touched by no earrings or nothing. They ain't gonna get touched by it. I don't do that.
That's what
I thought I was gonna run away from home.
Yes, indeed.
I said, y'all, I'm running away. Y'all don't even tie me down and put no holes in my ear. No.
Well, I really appreciate you so much.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you.
Talk y'all later.
God bless. That's what I'm talking about. Let me get her a war call, man.
This is Sparta!
Oh, she done got the wolves out. You see, when you get a call like that, you know, you got to bring the wolves out. Speaking of wolves, LVE going to have a hell of a year this year, right? I can't wait to see the old boy. Let me see. How long I've been live over here? Y'all help me out. How long I've been live? They don't give me a ticker of how long I've been live. I know it's 7:22 where I'm at in Texas time. Let me know how long. Let me know how long I've been live on this thing, man. I think, can you block Darry Wright? I think he's gone. I think he got kicked out of the club over here, but really appreciate him for coming in over here. But he was putting out there too much crazy stuff. But it is what it is. He's gone. He's out of the club now. But appreciate you, Darry Wright. I think that was his name. But when you put crazy stuff out there, you get kicked out of the situation. 48 minutes, Kelvin. Okay, Kelvin Taylor, man, be my stopwatch, man. When I go an hour, let me know. Tell me like, hey, Law, it's time for you to go grab something to eat before you pass out. I gotta feed the beard. You see the beard? I shaved last week too, by the way. Hope you stay healthy. Yeah, one more week. Go Cowboys. This is from Derek Thomas. Shout out to the Thomases, man. Y'all already know that's my last name, Thomas. You know, got to keep the promise. You know how this thing go, Cowboy Nation. What happened to Ha? This is from Brian Lewis. Not everybody can take criticism. Not everybody can take, let me say this right here, replacements. He could have been a guy that looked disgruntled when Darian Thompson was getting more reps than him. Instead of helping Darian, he could have been the guy that been like, you know what, 2 tears in the bucket, pluck it. Or he could have been a guy that just not a practice guy. And they saw something different than what he was able to exhibit and exude as it relates to game day. And they said, you know what? We can't deal with this. This is a new coaching staff. So therefore, Saranara, you know. Yeah, Smith says that beard fire, team beard gang. Look, by the way, true story. I have no beard sponsor. You think I can get a beard sponsor somewhere around here? Y'all know anybody that got some beard sponsor? I can show them the way, you know. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Jonathan says, yeah, Law did block them. Yes, yeah, you know, blocked them, got him out of the paint, man. He was just messing up my groove. Rams may win. Rams fan here, 27-13. Rams. This is from James Donaldson. Let me see. Let's go over that. And I'm glad. I love, like I said, I love some objectivity. The Rams got a precise type of quarterback. I think that he get worse when pressure's on him. But if he need a clean pocket, and they got to roll him out of the pocket. But Jared Goff, I think that he's better than a Carson Wentz as it relates to those type of things of staying healthy and beyond. So I think that he's going into his fifth year, right? Jared Goff. And this could be a good year for him. He got Cooper Kupp, who's going to be healthy first week of the season, what have you. So we're going to have our hands full. We got a young secondary. I think they got Van Jefferson's too. And the tight end by committee over there is nothing to sneeze at. Their offensive line is nothing to sneeze at as well. They like their young running backs. So I'm in favor of our front four versus their offensive line, mixed in with Jalen Smith. And also LVE. We gave them a butt whooping the last time we met them. So I think that we can repeat tense pour pour that. I wish it was a home game. Well, sorry, it is a home game for us, right? I wish we had fans in the stadium because I think that it would have had that home game vibe to it. So my thing is what the LA Rams can do to beat us. I think in order for the LA Rams to beat us, their front four versus our front five have to dominate. I'm not worried about Jalen Ramsey. I'm not worried about the other corner, what have you, nor am I worried about their safety crew. I'm worried about their front four. Why, Law? Because their front four against Joe Looney. Last time Joe Looney was the starting center, man, they kind of beat Joe Looney down. And we got a Connor Williams. They say he's bigger. The offensive line is the only unit that you got to wait and see. And that's the day we'll wait to see what this offensive line is all about. That's the only unit that got to work in unison, right? It's no one individual. If it's chink in the armor, that's where they're going to penetrate at. And the chink right now in this particular armor is right there where Connor Williams at. Now, they said that he's bigger, he's stronger. But we will find out what he's going to do against Aaron Donald, right? Now, we do got some perimeter weapons, and Dak Prescott got to get the ball out quick. But if it's a game or a situation where they wreaking havoc up in the middle and Joe Looney is not able to hold down the weight, it could be a long night. But I think that the Cowboys' offensive power and weapons, no Todd Gurley, yes, it's right, Brandon. He's over there in Atlanta land. But I feel that we can still give them a run of their money. And I think that we can still put up 25 plus points. And I think that they can still put up 20 points on us. I really do. I think that it's going to be a dog fight to the end. But my dog, the young phenom, the young brother, the young bull, as my dog Skywalker would say, will get that interception. You know, Diggs will get a pick in that game, in this game. Yeah. Be on their A game. Yeah, the Kelvin Taylor, they got to. They got to. Law, I'm glad. Let me see what we got. Let me see if I can stroll up. Yeah. Stick with that. Yeah, yes, indeed. Man scares me the worst is the secondary. Secondary got to scare you. Secondary got to scare you. Let me repeat. Secondary got to scare you. I'm going to say it again. Secondary got to scare you. When we went, I believe, let me do some revisionist history for you guys. We made it to the playoff. It was against I want to say the Minnesota Vikings. This was way back in the days. We had a guy named Gerald Sensabaugh. He made Sidney Rice turn into Jerry Rice / Randy Moss. If you think I'm lying, go back to that game. I think it was 2011-ish or what have you. Hey, our front four was good. We was getting pressure. You can't tell me straight up to my face that D. Ware was not getting pressure. You can't tell me. I think we had one year we had D. Ware and Spencer coming off the edge, just creating pressure. Jay Ratliff. We had boys up front. We had some dogs to get at the quarterback. But the secondary, quarterback would sit back. Oh, shoot, I'm throwing the ball for my life. Close his eyes and throw the ball. And all of a sudden, you see a completion down the field. You see all of a sudden play out of position so bad that they tackle the guy before the ball is caught, or before the ball is there. So it was 2009. Oh, I'm going way back. But you guys get what I'm saying, though, right? 52 minutes and counting. Yeah, I got 8 more minutes. So, yeah, y'all let me know when it's an hour straight, man, so I get on up out of here, man. I got to feed the beard. My belly touching my back, too. So, Sidney Rice destroyed us in that game. Yes. Front four was good. We created pressure. Secondary. Terrence Tinu, he was the only DB that people was like, we'll just throw somewhere else. And even Tinu, he was like one of those situations. He had groin injuries. Remember that? He had this knick-knack and this knick-knack. The only guy that I know, he probably still playing in the National Football League. They had multiple knick-knacks. Never strong enough to get him out the entire game, but he just had knick-knack injuries, Boy, Ware, Spencer, Ratliff. Yeah, this is from Kelvin Taylor. Yeah, so we could go back and forth. I can create the hype for you guys. I can say, yeah, we got Alden Smith. We got Tristan Hill, Neville Gallimore. We got Dontari Poe. We got D-Law. We got those boys. We got a rotational piece where we're going to put Everson Griffin in. Well, I can go back and forth with, yes, our front four is going to be nasty. And it's good makeup for the secondary. But these quarterbacks know how to get that ball out quick, and they know how to do some crazy things. Yes, indeed. They couldn't cover Moss. Nobody, I believe, in the National Football League could cover Moss, right? Yeah. Where do you think we will be injury-wise come game day? Lyle Collins, Sean Lee, Woods, Tyron, Cam Irvin. I'm not worried about Cam Irvin. He's our swing tackle, but I think that he will be ready or what have you. I'm worried, though. I'm worried about Tyron Smith. I do not want a rookie or some second-year player or whoever that come in for Tyron Smith against Aaron Donald, and we have a Connor Williams. I don't want that to happen, right? So I want Lyle Collins to be healthy. I want Tyron Smith to be right. Focus in for week 1. Sean Lee, we play so much nickel anyway. We're going to have multiple sets where there's only 2 linebackers. Sean Lee is a bonus, If Sean Lee is out there, it's a bonus. Woods, I don't think that he should be ready week 1. I think that if he thinks he's ready, give him 2 more weeks to heal up that groin. I do not want to see him let up, and I don't want to see him making business decisions out there on the field. If you're healthy enough to play, you play. But if he's not healthy, Then you roll out the Wilson and the Thompson administration. You roll out the Reggie Robertson, and pray to God, Allah, Yahweh, all of the gods out there, and make sure, I know it's only one way, but you got to pray and make sure that this kid is understanding enough that to be where he's supposed to be at, especially at that safety position. You don't want your last line of defense to be the gaping hole on your defense. You don't want that to happen. So I just hope, and I know Cheeto Awuzie, he's made it back to practice today. So I hope that Awuzie will be ready for week 1 as well, so that we can slide Diggs in. I don't want Diggs to be the end all be all week 1. No, I don't want that to happen. Rockets got a chance. This is from Jeff Johnson. Shout out to you, Jeff. Is Joe Luna incompetent? Yeah. I like Joe. I just don't like Joe against power. You see what I'm saying? All right, Cowboy Nation, that's enough time. It's an hour. Shout out to you, Chris. Let me turn off my phones. But, guys, if you ever need somebody to talk to, just shoot me a text at 682-214-4087. You can always send me text messages. It's not always on as it relates to phone calls, though. But you can always send me text messages at that number. Any updates, any important news, as long as it's not fake news, because there's multiple fake news that you send me, then I'm going to block you, But if it's important news, just hit me up, man. Say, Lord, check this out. Or, Lord, did you hear about this, what James said? Or, Lord, did you hear about that and this? That line is for you guys. If you're even thinking about doing something crazy, call me, 682-214-4087. Say, hey, Lord, I'm depressed. I'm down on my luck, man. My dog left me. My mama left me. Tupac and Biggie, they came back and they left me. And I just need somebody to talk to. Well, you just talk to 682-214-4087. I can do my best that I can. And I give you the best information that I know. Cowboy Nation, I would like to say that you might want to write this down. Let me find my music, though. I got to put some music behind it, right? There we go. Yeah. Let me say this. If you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your pain, your time, and your peace for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap for it, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out and sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all terror of God or man for it, if you will simply, just simply, go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength and scarcity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold, poverty, or famish, or fame, or sickness of body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogging and grim and beset and beset it with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation, we will get it. Now that's that Super Bowl. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go. Hey. Yeah, catch the beat, Lord. Y'all catch it. Give me some fire emojis. Ain't no party like a cowboy party, 'cause a cowboy party don't stop. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Madden forever. Shout out to you, Brandon. Shout out to all of the supporters out there, man. I really appreciate you guys. Y'all know we don't die, we multiply, Cowboy Nation. Hey, we gonna get this thing going the best way, the right way, the possible way, Law Nation way, any way, one way or another. We're live like 95, Cowboy Nation. Let's go. Hey. Come on, rock out with me, Nation. Let's go. Hey. It's gonna rain, but then it's gonna dry up, baby. That's the life. Let's go. Hey. I'm looking for my outro. I don't have it on this one, but it's all good. We out. Peace.